Good morning. We are going to be live for some slow flow this morning. Give it a minute while I set myself up because I'm notoriously always late. A little bit always late, but it gives you time to tune in. I've got to get better about recording and going online for my evening, afternoon classes. Kind of get burnt out. Plus I get other people in here and then I forget. So trying to change that. That's my phone ringing. Let me get rid of that. There we go. Sheesh. Okay. So for slow flow, we're just gonna, like I said, it's slow and it's a flow. More like a mini yoga. I do still appreciate the blocks and supports, so make sure that you have your supports, a blanket perhaps. I can see that the lighting is not the best, but that's okay. I got all the lights on. It's gonna be silhouette yoga. Hi. Anyways, you might realize that. Okay, once again, I'm gonna continue doing lives on Facebook here until the end of the month, and then I'm gonna go to on demand and in person and Zoom only. And so I have that founding membership package going, which takes the price of each class down. If you do the year, that's a big chunk for some people. But Christmas is coming, maybe someone loves yoga. And it takes, if you do it twice a day, no matter where you're at, in person, online, traveling, whatever. It's down to under $5 a class. It's pretty cheap. So anyways, take advantage of that. So let's come to your mat and just start flowing those arms up and down. I'm still struggling in my ankle, so let's take them onto the toes. Display those fingers, press the airway, lower the heels. We're going to try to ground into the 3 points of the feet, the big toe mound, the little toe, and the heel. And so just move with your breath. Spreading those toes, and the next time you come up onto the toes, hang out, bring the palms to face forward, pressing into the big toe mound. Let's just come on down, see if you can pair that with the breath. Come into a forward fold. A forward fold, just bend in and out of those knees. One at a time, so you can keep those heels grounded. Check in with those feet. Hands can be, if they can't reach the floor, maybe you have some blocks. Yoga should be able to be accessible no matter what to anybody and everybody. I even have chairs, chair yoga, which I'll be adding on to the schedule. And then the aerials, you see I have my aerials up. Intro to aerial with the sound meditation. 30 minutes of fun around So come to stillness. As you inhale, come to that half length, make a 7 with your body. Lengthen through the crown. And as you exhale, just fold forward. Grounding those hands, let's step that left leg back, lengthen through both legs. Exhaling, bend into that knee. Make sure that knee is tracking with that ankle and second toe. So let's just move with your exhale, bend into that front knee, step that back leg forward, forward fold. Stay for the inhale. Exhale all the way back up. Inhale, draw that to the heart. Send the arms back up overhead on the exhale. Inhale, draw it in. Stay for the inhale, turn the palms forward, look up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Moving only on the exhale. I know it may sound and feel weird if you are used to doing yoga, where you come to that half lift on the inhale. Let's see what it feels like to move only on the exhale. Observing a little tapas today, the tapas, the burning through the pen. So using that exhale, coming up half lift, stay for the inhale, and fold. Finding that nice, smooth, gentle, even breath. The next exhale, you're going to step that back, right leg back, lengthen through both legs. Use the blocks if you can't reach the floor. Staying for the inhale. Exhale, bend into the knee. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, lengthen. Stay for the inhale. Maybe you notice as you're staying for that inhale how the breath opens the body. That next exhale, step that back leg forward for that forward fold. Stay for the inhale. And this time the exhale. Come to the half lift on that exhale. Stay for the inhale. Exhaling, bending into those knees. Bring the hands to the thighs. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, press the feet into the earth and lift those hands overhead. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, sink. Those hips with the Uttanasana. Inhale here. Exhale, press through those feet. Turn the palms to face forward, look up, stay for the inhale. Exhale, hands to the side of the body. Bring those hands up overhead. Hold on to that left wrist with the right. Inhale here. Out of those hips, and then on your exhale over to the right side. Inhale, draw that top shoulder back. Look up. Exhale, center. Switch those hands. Take your breath. Lifting out of those hips and then hinge over. As you come to that next inhale, draw that top shoulder back and look up. Exhale, come back center. Breath in there. And send it back out. Inhale, look at the thumbs. Exhale, swan dive all the way forward. Stay for that inhale. And exhale. with that left leg. Let's lower that back knee. Inhale, lift the heart just a little bit. Exhale, lengthen through the leg. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, lift. Stay for that inhale. And move in and out with that exhale. Only toes go to the sky as you lengthen that leg. The next time you bend into that knee on the exhale, rise up, pressing those feet into the earth. Inhale here, Anjaneya. 3 breaths. Pressing those both feet into the earth, shifting that right hip back, engaging that left glute. On your next exhale, let's take a twist towards the right. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, come back center. Moving only on the exhale into the twist, staying for the inhale. One more twist. Stay to breathe. 3 breaths. Reach back with that back hand. Maybe that front hand comes to the outside of that front knee and you just press the two into each other. Making sure that knee does not cave in. Coming back center, framing the foot on that next exhale. Tuck the toes for that back foot. Step that back leg forward. Into that forward fold, tuck the chin. And breathe there. On your next exhale, lead with the arms. Coming all the way to stand. Inhale, draw those hands to the heart. Feel into the body, the feet. Notice the sides of the body, the differences. With that next exhale, bring those hands overhead, side out. Inhale, come to a half lift. Hold there. Exhale. Inhale, breathe back in. Exhale, fold. Stepping that right leg back on that next exhale, lowering the knee. Make sure that front knee is right in line with the ankle and second toe. Pressing both feet into the earth, rise up for Anjaneyasana. Shifting that left hip back, engage that right glute. As you exhale, lengthen that front leg. Toes to the sky, take a breath in there. Exhale, bend. Keep pressing that back shin into the earth. And moving only on your exhale. Lengthening toes to the sky. hips to keep those hips square and fold forward. Tuck the chin, bring the hands to the blocks. Shifting the weight evenly distributed into both feet. Feel where you feel that. Tuck the chin and breathe. All the way up. Press through those feet on your next exhale. Inhaling that to the heart. Step that back foot forward, even with the front foot. We're going to take that other foot. For me, it's my right foot. Stepping that right behind the back foot. Feeling all the evenness in both feet. Exhale those hands up. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. All the way. Hands ground either to the blocks or to the earth. Tuck the chin. Shift the weight forward into center of the feet. Breathe into those sensations. On your next exhale, lead with the hands all the way up. Draw that to the heart and step the feet even. Bring those hands up overhead. As you exhale, swan dive. Forward fold. Exhale, half lift. Stay for the inhale. Fold on the exhale. Stay for the inhale. Exhale. Step that left foot back. Left, even with those hips, turn the foot out. Find those 3 points of the feet. Rounded. Bending into that front knee. 3 points of feet rounded. Lift the heart. As if you're gonna launch forward, gonna bring those arms up. Rising, pressing both feet into the earth for our Virabhasana. Hips are square forward. That front knee is not caving in. We're just engaging that hip glute. So check in there. Engaging that left glute. Shift that left hip forward. And bend into that front knee. Maybe lengthen and bend a few times. For me, this is a lot for my back heel because I am, I got left foot issues for the last 3 weeks. Anyways, over it. Bending into that knee, let's bring those arms up. Wide. And then on your exhale, let's take some eagle arms. Bringing that left elbow to cross over the right elbow. Press those elbows together. Bring the hands to the shoulders. We don't want shoulders rising up in this. We want our elbows and shoulders to be level. So bring those back of those hands together. Maybe that's where you are. Maybe you're here. So let's check in there. Just as we hold our warrior one, let's just float our arms together and then to the shoulders. And then if you'd like to find your eagle wings, eagle arms, pressing the elbows into each other, lift and draw the As you inhale, we're gonna lift the heart this time. Exhale, engage. Exhale, hinge forward for the humble warrior, bringing the torso to rest on the inside of the thigh. Breathe here. Tuck the chin. On the next exhale, press into the feet, rising up. Inhale for the step. Release those arms. Come into that forward fold and lengthen that front leg. Tuck the chin. Look at that front leg is micro bend and pyramid, pyramid, pyramid. Exhale, bend into that leg, look forward, tuck that back foot, step that back foot forward into that forward fold. Pressing into the feet, rise all the way up. Hands to the heart on that end. Exhale, hands overhead. Stay for that inhale, look at the hands. Exhaling, forward fold. Stay for your inhale. Exhaling, stepping that right leg back, even with the hips, keeping those hips even facing forward. Turn that back heel in just a little bit, but then still having our hips stay forward. Bending into that knee. Lift the heart a little bit. Feel those 3 points of the feet grounded, and as if it's going to launch you forward. As you exhale, press into both feet, rising up all the way into your warrior one. Bringing those, been in and out of those knees a few times. Make sure that you're tracking with that second toe. Hips are staying square. You're lifted. The navel, your core is engaged. So just breathe into that. So know that you can do all this with a chair. I'll have some chair yoga. Bending into finding those warrior one feet nice and strong. Uplifting, bring those arms out. Inhale here. As you exhale, we're going to cross that left elbow under the right elbow. Bring those hands to the shoulder. Press those elbows together. Shoulders are away from the ears. You can stay here for eagle arms. Not everybody's shoulders are open for eagle. We want to lift those elbows about shoulder level, keeping them away from the ears. Keeping a neck. As you exhale, bring the back of the arms to touch. Inhale, touch the elbows or shoulders. Exhale. See, we're holding our warrior one, building strength, rooting down into the feet. One more eagle arm flow. Maybe find your arms where you want to hold to stay. If you found your arms in full eagle, I turned that into a warrior too. You don't have to. I'm just showing you. Shoulders are down away from the ears. Elbows pressing into each other, but they're shoulder level. And then just gonna take those arms away from the face. On that next exhale, from the navel up, a little back bend. Did it different from last time. Stay here. chin. Release the arms to the floor. Lengthen that leg. Maybe bend and straighten it a few times. Finding your length of leg, tucking that chin, condensing the space of the thigh line. Breathing here. Shifting that left hip back. On that next exhale, lift the gaze, bend the knee. Turn that back foot, frame the front foot, and here we're going to slide that right leg into a plank. Lower those back knees, untuck the toes, and find your way into child's pose. Bringing those hands behind to the side of the body. Just sway side to side, massaging the forehead either on the ground or a block. Maybe the hips can't come all the way down to the heels for you. You can place a blanket or pillow or bolster. Make sure that you have a blanket on hand that you can cushion the knees if you need. Coming to stillness here. Bring those arms outstretched and pressed. Lay those fingers wide. Coming up onto the fingertips. Lift the wrist creases and elbows. Walk those fingers forward a little bit. Reground the forehead. Bringing those hands, grounding hands with those forward arms, rest, and lift the gaze. Pull yourself forward into table. I'm going to pad my knees. Please do so for yourself as well. Tucking those toes. Make sure that you can't see the feet behind those thighs. And the hands, let's focus on the hands a little bit here. Splay those fingers. Lift the fingers. And see if you can find the mounds of each finger. And let's just draw little circles. Rooting in. Keep the fingers lifted. That's going to be a little efforty here. So, circling, centering that heart between the hands. And then switch directions. Just notice the intensity of the hands. And maybe you start noticing the suction cup of the palms to the floor. For any kind of proper arm balances, it's important to get the hand positioning. So, as you finish the circles, just press the hips back into those open feet, but keep those hands rounded. Bring the forearms down. Make sure that those elbows come directly back and align with the shoulders. Toes are tucked. Heart is right between those elbows. Here on the exhale, let's tuck the chin. Rest those arms into the earth. Look back. Notice your toes. If so, make sure that you get behind those thighs. Getting the thighs, toes. On your next exhale, we're gonna let that back sway. A bit of each bone in the thoracic lower back. Gaze forward. And so we're in this tiny little crunched little ball. Back and forth with the breath on the exhale. toes without moving the arms. Find dolphin. Find child's pose. Lifting the gaze. Sweep the arms up, come to a high kneel. Hold that left wrist and lean to the right. Breathe in there. Exhaling, going over to the other side. Switch out those wrists. Back center. Bringing those hands to the hips. We're going to do a little mobility movement and alignment. Mobility, alignment, and balance. Just going to take that right foot, step it forward, and dip that into that Anjali low crescent lunge. Press it back to that high kneel. So graceful. Other foot. Step it forward. And then bring it back. Go back and forth, a couple more rounds. Make sure that that front knee is not caving in, that you're moving with intention. And really this is to help us be able to find our way from the ground up without the hands. So just staying youthful. This is help building our neurons, keeping those firing and wiring. On this next time you step that right leg forward, tuck the back toes, lift the knee, lower down, untuck that back toe, come back. Other side. Lean in. Status of that knee, make sure it's in line. Tuck the back toe, rise up, high crescent, lower back, tuck the toe, balance, come back. Other side. The toe. Dip it in, tuck the toe. Yeah, if you're doing it with me, good job. We're gonna add the arms. Dip it in, tuck the toe, bring the arms up. On your exhale, take a twist. Stay for that inhale. Exhale, come back, lower down. Step it back. Long exhale. Other side. Oh, my blanket got in the way. Finish it up, left side. Meet me in thunder. From thunderbolt, come to table. You might want some blocks. Bring that left foot out, or right foot, sorry. Come up, turn the toes out. That heel's in line with my ankle. We're gonna come into a warrior two. And then just lengthen, and then warrior two. Make sure that I'm taking that left hand, I'm opening my left side body. My right, I'm dipping in, but my right hand's making sure that that knee is not falling in. Just a few more in and out there. Take that one block to the back hand, place that hand there, and then follow the front arm, that right arm up for that modified exalted warrior. I needed to get off my heel, so I improvised. As you exhale, let's bring yourselves back to modified warrior. Gaze over those front hands and those shoulder blades. Maybe a little walnut back there, gazing over. Press the palms away. Lengthen that front leg. Keep the toe grounded. Exalt back to that triangle. Coming back. Turn the front toes forward. Bring the hands to the earth. Yourself a couple of cat-cow axial extension and inflections here, pelvic tilts. Toes to face forward. Come to a flat spine. Draw that right leg up and over to the left side. Square off those hips. Take the gaze to the left and press through that right heel. Make sure that that left hip does not inch up near that left shoulder blade. Coming on out of that. Up to that high kneel. Stepping that left leg forward. Toes are going to be pointed out into that gate pose to start. And then bend into that knee. Make sure that knee aligns with the ankle, not second toe. Taking that left hand to that right hand to the hip, open that right hip. Take that left hand to the inside of that left knee and just bend in and out, finding that mobility in that hip mobility. My little microphone has just died, so I hope you can hear me. I did that yesterday though. So find that warrior two. I'm going to do one more in and out there. Bring those arms up for warrior two. Arms. Look forward, those left hands. Draw the scapula like you're holding that little walnut back there. Flip just the palms and then press the walls, the airway. You're going to bring that right hand, that back hand to that block. Flip the palm and exalt that warrior. Breathing into that exposed lung. Coming back out of the warrior. Lengthen that front leg. And exalt that back. Out of there, shift forward, lengthen that front leg, turn the toes to face forward, come to those hands, towards that forehead, navel lifts up and in. Pressing that back foot into the earth. Let's go back and forth with that axle extension and flexion of the toes. Coming neutral with the spine. As you lift that right leg, left leg, take it over to the other side. Square off those hips, try not to dump it in. Let that right hip rise up to the right shoulders. Pressing into that left heel, gaze over that right shoulder to that heel. Come forward, bring that leg back. Maybe you dip the hips. Let's bring those knees wide, toes together. There's a mosquito. Allow those hips to come to those heels. And just melt the chest to the floor. Inch those arms forward and then bring yourself up to like a little up dog. Bringing those toes towards the back of the head. As you exhale, press back into that wild child. Stay for that inhale. Exhale, round through. Toes back towards the back of the head. Breathe here. Release the feet. Walk those hands back. And so your feet are wide, your knees are wide. Bring the feet in line, making that 90 degree. And so we're just coming into frog here. And we're not going to let that pelvis like arch up. We're going to tuck that pubic bone, lifting the navel up and in and flattening the spine with our frog. Breathe here. Flex those feet. I have my knees padded because otherwise that would not feel good for me. So make sure that you are taking care of you. Soften in, bend into those knees, bring the big toes together, press back into that warrior child or tadpole. Pressing yourself up, bring those knees together, shift those hips off to one side and swing those legs forward. And so bringing those hands behind the back, draw those elbows towards each other. Micro bend those elbows. Lift the chest. Consider for that beach pose, or I guess like that sticker. This trucks. Make sure you feel every knuckle. Walk those feet out. Flex the feet and then send those knees off. shorts today because I rode my bike in to the studio today because it's so beautiful right now. It's Tucson in October. October in Tucson. It's the house with so much rain. So let's give a little twist, bring those arms out to the side. Let's take this twist just with the double knee twist. But I'm gonna have the knees a little out. This is gonna engage that core, not just leaving the knees close to the chest. If you want that twist in that thoracic, which might feel good, I think I'll do that. If you keep the knees into the chest tighter, and those arms out to your teeth, head is center neutral. As you exhale, keeping those knees tight to the chest, and then let them go to the right. Bring those hands just to support those legs, like you're still hugging it in with yourself. Finishing off the breath, contracting the navel up and in. As you draw yourself centered, give yourself that big squeeze. Bring the forehead to the knees and then rock side to side. Centering yourself, aligning the spine, arms back out to that T. Those knees are still tight to the chest, torso. And with your exhale, gently bringing those legs over to the left side. Now my right arm is not as open as my left. to Shavasana. I'm just kind of doing that myself. And the arms and legs are just rested away from the body. Shoulders check in there, draw them down the back. Offer the palms to face upward. Maybe turn them down. Just see how that feels. And resting back. Pointing to the right toes, engage that right leg, and lift it just an inch. Feel the weight of the leg. And with your gentle exhale, release it down, softly relax. Rock it side to side. Putting through the left toes, reach for the left leg, engage those muscles, and lift. About an inch. Feel the weight that engages. Move up. And then your next exhale, gently release the leg and let it relax. Let it side to side. Open the jaw wide. Hold it open for about 10 to 20 seconds. Stick out your tongue. Punching up the face. And then draw it all back, soften in, let the lips gently touch with the teeth to separate and shift the jaw side to side. Letting all that go, face soft. Eyes clear. Resting in your Shavasana for as long as you like. In your own place, comfortable wherever you are. We'll leave you here for that. Please do take reverence and compassion for yourself as you move from your Shavasana back into your daily life. But you just pause a moment to reflect and feel into the sensations to one side. Not to hurt the nervous system, but let it adjust. And then as you're ready to press yourself up in your time, you'll lengthen one leg, that top leg, and press yourself up gently, finding a gentle seat. Sending you off here, back for gentle and some breath work. Finding that heart of gratitude and that gentle smile to kiss the corners of your lips. From my heart to yours. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.